Good morning, good morning. Well, actually late morning, but it is still technically morning. Northbound I-15, close to Ogden, Utah. We're on our way to Pocatello, Idaho. Idaho, Idaho, Idaho. Do a swap out and then hopefully get reloaded. They said they had hay. Get reloaded back to California. We hit some pretty strong wind. I don't like to travel too far with an empty trailer with high winds in these types of conditions. It's no fun. You see a lockup coming. .32 degrees outside, it's snowing pretty decent. It's not sticking, but it for sure will. I think it'll be sticking, or I think it is sticking, according to Google Maps. I-15, where it veers off of the 64 at Train Mountain. I think it's a little bit between there and the border of Idaho, but it's definitely between the border of Idaho and Pocatello. So this truck right here in front of us, he keeps varying his speeds. There's nobody behind us. I'm not too worried about it, but I think now I can get over it as we passed that bulldozer hauler. So this is going to be pretty easy. About an hour and a half, 2 hours will be in Pocatello where we can do a swap out. And then be ready. Hopefully we can get loaded up with hay. Take that to California or Vegas, who knows what they'll have me do. I do need to get back to Denver and do a bit of a break. I've got 32 hours left and it's Friday. I think I started on Monday, so any recycled hours will be on Tuesday. Hopefully I can still do that. Stretch it out enough to where I can run recycled hours and run it to next weekend. don't like to have trucks in front of me where I can't see. So my daughter and her boyfriend flew out to California this morning. Today's Friday. I think it's the 5th. November 5th. I never even actually did see what happened with the groundhog. I'll have to check that out. I saw a thing on YouTube where Biden's approval rating is 61%. MSNBC. It would have to be if you're the most popular president ever. I would think you would have that kind of a rating. I don't know, you notice the gas prices going up already? I've been sitting on some oil and gas stock for a year now. And it's just now starting to move. Bought it cheap. 30 cents a share, I think. It's just now starting to climb. So yeah, they took off to California, do a little weekend break with some friends out there. So even if we do take our road to California, we won't be able to see them because they're flying back Sunday morning, I think. So I did help them, well, I'm trying to help them buy a house. They could do it on their own. They got paid for their own loan. They just can't afford it. So I said, well, I'll help you buy one. We'll get a bigger one as an investment. So we put one on. It actually worked out just great. Last Wednesday night, went and checked out a house. I wasn't keen on the one that her fiance found, but once I got there and looked at the house, I was like, man, it's pretty good size, got great property, it's on a corner lot, nice detached 2-car garage, 4-bedroom in a great area. The neighbor that lives next to them where they live now, owns a bunch of houses. He's doing a remodel, or he's going to flip this house, I guess. Him and his wife, she's real estate, and then he does the contractual work on it, I guess, the remodel. He's been working on this house for a while, and he talked to me about buying it a while back, but it's got a single attached garage, too small for me. But I guess the housing market's pretty tough there in Grand Junction. And what he was saying, what he told Coy a long time ago was, you know, buy the cheapest house in the nicest neighborhood, fix it up, and then sell it, and then try to do that again and again, and start making money at it, flipping houses. So this one we're looking at, it's in this, got the nice neighborhood. They had like 369.5, and I was talking to the agent, and she goes, these houses are selling like crazy over here. If you really want it, I would put a higher offer on it. I would also eat the closing costs. And I'm like, wow. Okay, so put in an offer of $375, so we'll see what happens. Are we already here? Let's see what the sign says. 7 3/4 miles, so we're good. I don't want to come up on the scale and be trying to get around this guy here, but we got plenty of time. So in the Grand Junction area, it's up in the Redlands. And I'm kind of committed to that area now, but well, I already put in the offer. I already signed the contract. We'll see if it actually gets accepted, and we'll go from there. But I do like the area, the Redlands, but it is a pricier area of Grand Junction. But now that I've been up in there and seen it, I actually like the area. An FHA loan only goes for the county like $369, so anything over you have to pay more for, plus the down payment. So it'll be a little chunk of change if they do accept the offer. Hoping they do, but her lease is up in April, and I told her to quit throwing money away. Go buy a house. I really can't afford it, but I go, well, I'll help you. That way I could throw money into it, and it'd be like it'd be an investment for me. I go, I'm not going to let you buy a house and then help you out with it, and I don't get nothing in return. Well, we don't play that. But if I go on it, if I go into it with you guys, then we can split it down the middle. So the roads were green according to Google Maps. I looked at the radar earlier this morning because as I left Beaver, Utah, I was like, those look like clouds up north. So I checked out the map, and sure as shinola, there's green is rain and blue is snow in this whole Salt Lake City, Idaho corner area, Wyoming. It was blue. I went through Salt Lake City. It was overcast, but it wasn't snowing. Even though it still showed blue. It was like it was snowing up in the clouds, but it wasn't coming to the ground. The clouds were kind of hanging like that. But anyway, then I checked Google Maps after I looked at the radar, and it was green all the way, so it's still green, except for when we get up into Idaho. So we get down to 15. After it veers off the 84, we'll kind of see what we get into. I talked with dispatchers in Denver and said, hey, look, this delivers Saturday, but I'm going to be there Friday, and I already called the company, and they can unload me Friday, so I don't want to sit till Monday. Keep me running. So they're supposed to have a hay load, so I hope that works out. Okay, well, we'll see you in a little bit if we get some more fun weather. See you in a bit. Okay, the fun stuff. Already saw a car go off, and there's a truck that went off the highway. The truck was empty. It was a flatbedder, skateboard. When you're empty and light, you have to be really easy on this stuff, like super easy. When you're heavy, it's a whole other story. This road's changing as we speak. I'll put the cruise control back on. That flatbedder was pretty close to making it. If you slowed down just a little bit more, you'd have been up here with us. Now we have 20,000 pounds, and most of that is on our drives. And that's a tremendous help. Stamp truck. It's been lingering behind me forever. Wouldn't move until I needed to move. Then there he is. The road's nice now. It was pretty nasty. That's when I started filming again. And as soon as I did, it turned to niceness. See you in a bit. I literally have a pickup sitting right by the edge of my trailer. Just parked right there. Start weaving into their lane, they have a tendency to move. We got the defrost on cool right now. Like an hour away from Pocatello. A little over an hour. Welcome to Idaho. Idaho, Idaho, Idaho. Looks like it chilled out for a bit. Oh, wonky wipers. Road's deteriorating a bit here. It's still warm out, 32. So it looks like our next load picks up in Corinne, Utah. Over by Tremont. A little windy right here. I got to be thinking about, do I come back tonight with an empty trailer across this or wait till tomorrow? There's a car off the highway right there. Should have kept it going. Should have kept it going. Oh, he scared him. If he could have kept it going, he would have got up out of that hill. Yeah, I mean, when it's warm like this, it's nasty, but look at this wind as well, too. It's not fun with an empty trailer. I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye on this and see what's actually going on with it all. I'll do all kinds of research, check the weather, what it's going to be like tomorrow, and if it's going to warm up, I'll just stay up in Idaho tonight and go down in the morning. Usually storms don't last too long, you know, a day or two, sometimes 3 or sometimes more, but so I'll do the research on this and see where it stands. Cruising at 65 right now, but we are loaded. If I come back, it will be light and I'll be a lot slower. They're ice fishing right now in the lake to our right. See that little orange hut. a couple people. It's a little breezy. It's not too bad. I mean, it's doable with an empty. I use that Ventusky app or website. I go into the future to see if the wind will kick up or kick down. Like I said, I look at a lot of factors. It does seem like it's breaking up here. Hear and feel the breeze pretty good right now. Nasty up here. Can't see. And don't drive faster than your eyeballs can see. Put my flashers on. Don't know if it'll help much. Don't anticipate anybody hauling butt. Yeah, this wind's a little too strong for an empty trailer. These conditions, it blows right off the highway. Need to have like a wind fence up. We're at 39 mile per hour. There's some vehicles there. There's a truck that went off the highway. I wonder if it was the wind that blew him. Could be if he's empty. Nobody in there. This has been a while ago. This must be a summit or something. It's been a while since I've been up here. Well, yep, look at it right there. Mallard Summit. Usually the weather is worst at the top. And we can lose the flashers. I'll give these people in front of me credit. They are moving. They're not like paranoid. Still 32 degrees out, so the roads are okay. grip-wise, as far as they're not frozen over ice. Idaho State Patrol. Oh, he's got a camper off. It's probably a good thing that truck went off right here, which is weird because there's kinds of grip, but maybe it wasn't earlier. And he gets up on top of Mallard Summit. He's really going to get blown off the highway. I was hoping to get loaded out here somewhere with hay and then leave Pocatello loaded, but I mean, if we were heavy loaded up again, the same weight, 20 or more, I'd go right back up on top and keep on trucking. Just don't drive faster than you can see. So now we're back at 70. We were doing, what, 39, 38? So my speed varies all the time in these conditions. Wonky wipers. That's that truck that blew past us earlier. It was an irritant. The wipers always work. That's why I haven't really done anything to them. They're wonky, but they always do work. When I put it on intermittent is when they get wonky. See that? Right there. I think it's Buchanan. Pilot truck stop. No, that's another truck stop. I remember now. There's a smaller one. See, when I come from the northwest, I take 84. Very seldom do I come down the 15. From up north, like in Montana and stuff. If I'm going across from Spokane through Montana, I go all the way to Billings, then down to 25. You'd think they would have more snow fences up on top of the Mallet up there, but than they do. I don't think they have any. I'm sure they have some, it's just they don't seem to be working. Just lost a big old chunk of ice. 33 degrees now. It's getting cold in here. I had the defrost on. Cool. See the changes we went through? Nice to bad to nice. Pocatello, we're halfway there from 71. Pretty near halfway. I think McCammon is up here. I don't remember if it's in the 60s. No. I think maybe the 40s or the 50s. The mile marker. And I think we're at mid-30s. Yeah, probably 33, 34. Anyway, see you in a bit. I didn't have my microphone plugged in. So these roads are arched. See, we're leaning this way now. And the wind's blowing us. We're on the other side. It's not as bad because you're leaning to the left instead of leaning to the right. So it's exit 47 is the McCammon exit. It's that pilot over there. Flying J, actually. Same thing. Interstate Oasis, next right. I just bought fuel yesterday. Well, I guess that was this morning. Let's see what it was in Utah. $2.95. Here's $3.21. You have wind before a storm and then probably during and after. I think this is the after. It's supposed to be nice, I think, the next couple of days. slow up here a bit since we're coming to the scales. If they're closed, it'd be nice. We always get red lighted in Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. They have the NOR pass. Here we have the pre-pass. I loaded up, this is back in 96, 97. I loaded up some clothes from a ranch, and let's see what the sign says here. Must exit. I loaded up clothes, and they said that the guy said that he loads these trucks all the time, and he's never had one come back. And they were big old bales, like bales of hay, going to LA, like downtown LA. But I came through the scale over there, the other side on the left, southbound, and I was overweight. He let me get to Utah, where they were able to move the bale so that we could be legal. I told my dispatch I need to tell that guy that he's wrong. Because he said nobody ever told him that. Like about 12:05. $26 on the drives, $15.8 on the tails, tandem. Oh, 55,000, which is about a 20,000 pound load. Yeah, I think the way it was loaded was too heavy in the nose. So no matter where I put my tandems, I could not get enough weight off my drives to be legal. But if you take one of the bundles off the back and bring it more towards the very back, I was under 80, and that gave me enough clearance off of my drives to where it was legal. But the port master, lay master, he was really cool. He's like, "Where'd you pick this up at?" I go, "Up in Montana." I don't know if I think I did pass truck stops. I don't know why I didn't weigh. I was a rookie back then. Started in 96, 97. Drive it like you stole it. See you in a bit. Okay, we're not too far from the scales, and look how much it's changed already. $147. Truck stop right there, Shell. Been a while since I've been over this area. I hope they're not COVIDiots here. Masked Nazis, stuff like that. Pretty soon Dr. Fauci is going to have us start wearing 5 masks, 6 masks. I can't breathe. I'll pause you. That was a long light. I hate that stupid hill assist. I even turned it off and it still wouldn't let me roll. Sat there for a long time at the light. Now we're going to sit here a long time for the light. We need to reevaluate their system. I think we get there from the next light. I reckon they just set it out there like that. I'll give them a holla. See you in a bit. I was going to do a time lapse of the clouds getting blown across the mountains there. But it is almost its own time lapse. There's our trailer we dropped. And so I just talked with dispatch. I have to go to Corinne, Utah, which is southwest a bit of Tremonton. The problem is I looked at all the weather and the winds are going to be blowing. They calmed down tonight, so I don't know. I might do it tonight. I don't know. The problem is Mallard Pass. We went through it. It was nasty. And I either have to shoot it tonight or tomorrow morning empty. And that's where the problem lies. Right now there's a wreck up there. And it's purple. Come on, camera. Fix it. There it goes. Right now, it's there's a wreck up there. I can't lose traction. My trailer can get blown. I'll have to, keep my foot in it and make sure I'm in the left-hand lane, because I don't want to be in the right-hand lane, have a car come along the left-hand lane and get smacked. So I need to be in the left-hand lane, the hammer down lane. The wind, I think, is supposed to die down tonight. If it does, I'll shoot it tonight. I'll keep looking at it and stuff like that. I was hoping to get loaded up here in Pocatello with hay. Now, the only problem is it's going to quit snowing. That's fine. It doesn't matter. The wind will take the snow that's out in the field to the east or the west of us, which would be to our right. We're southbound. Same position we are right now. And it blows it across the highway. So now you come cruising through with an empty trailer, it gets blown to the median. It's happened to me before. The thing I don't like about this one is you saw where that car came off of the mountain. It was a dip. I'm going to review the footage because I do have footage, so I'll review it and determine that way on what I'm going to do. If it was level ground, or if it had more of a upslope to it to the left, that's fine. But if it goes to the left and goes down, that trailer could get blown far enough where now it goes down the hill a bit. Now I lose traction instantly, and I'm going with it. So that's the dilemma. Another way to do it is to go 86 west to 84 and then cut back down to Tremonton. It's kind of like a pyramid where we're at right now. We're like at the bottom of the pyramid from Tremonton to Pocatello. Now to the west, it goes like a pyramid. The top and then back down. I'm going to look at the math and do that and decide if I'm going to go that way. The winds are going to get worse as they'll calm down a bit tonight, but they pick up tomorrow. 17 to 30 mile per hour. Saturday, Sunday. So I'm supposed to pick up at 4 on Sunday, and that's not going to happen if, of course, I get blown off the highway. We don't want that. I've never happened. Another way is to go in, cut through the valley to the southeast of us right here, go into Logan, and then come down that way. We'd hit snow, which is no problem, but the wind won't be as bad. That's the only thing, is the wind. And I already know to keep my foot into it, interlock my axles, let the trailer get blown, and I mean, it's only 2 or 3 miles, but it's 2 or 3 miles of hell. Loaded, no problem. As you see in the video, we went right through it. But I'm going to have to go ahead and decide on that. And I mean, I'll do the math and see how long it'd take me to go to the pyramid to the southwest and then southeast. The pyramid thing there going towards Boise to the west of us. How much longer in time wise it'll be between here and there. Like, it's a lot better to go straight. But if I get blown off the highway, would it have been better to go southwest to 84 from 86 and then down that way? It's all level. The highways are all green. So that's what you have to do sometimes, think about it. If I do go southbound, absolutely will be filmed. I wouldn't miss a chance like that. But if we even go that way, those winds aren't too bad. It's early in the morning, but what it'll do is it'll mess up my 34. But I don't care. I don't want to be doing a 34 out here anyway. This is ridiculous. This is twice in a row. And I've been with Quality for a lot of years because I'm usually home on the weekends, one way or the other, either in Denver or Grand Junction. I get a break. Granted, I've been spoiled, but I've also been here for 8 years. I'm on my 9th year. So, and I got an excellent driving record and a great history with them. So if they want to keep me, I don't ask for much. But that's the way it's always been. So if it is going to change to where now I'm staying out on the highway for longer and longer and longer, no, I'll go somewhere else, Get me home on the weekends. And then it's always worked out great. That people do stay out, and we do have to stay out sometimes, and that's fine. I have no issues with that. The issue I have is doing back-to-back breaks out on the road. I didn't sign up for that. When I first started working, we went out, went back, went out, went back, went out, went back. And I even told them we don't have to go back every time. We can go somewhere else. Well, the company's grown a lot since then, so that's why. And I pretty much kept running the same. I'd always run the mountains. I didn't care. That's where I'm comfortable. A lot of drivers won't do it. Don't even bother me one iota. Anyway, I'm going to go here to Wally World and see what I can scrounge up. I found a little toy for my granddaughter. It's a little fan, had candy in the handle, a little fan. But when it spins around, it does a light show. And it's from the movie Frozen. And it does these different characters in the light show. It's actually pretty cool. It's only $5. The problem arose when I gave it to her. I gave my grandson, Roman, a helicopter. He had a great blast with it, but then when I gave her the toy, it was only $5. I gave Mila the toy. She loved it, and so did he. And so does my other baby granddaughter, who's just started barely walking. So now I gotta see if I can't find some more of those puppies. I don't know why I didn't buy 3 of them. Wasn't thinking. Or even 2. They're only $5. Anyway, I'm gonna go do that. So, that being said, let's get, how you like those mountains? clouds going over, pretty cool. I was going to do a time lapse, but they're already doing their own dance. With that being said, thanks again for riding shotgun with Mountain Man Mike. Till the next time, enjoy. Peace. Now it's study time. See ya. Well, here we are on Malad Pass. The website said like 11 mile per hour wind gusts. I think it's a little bit stronger than that. The Google Maps showed just a little tiny stretch of orange. So I was like, you know, it's supposed to get worse the next couple of days. Just have to go for it. Could get by one of these guys here and ride with them if the wind is bad, but see what happens. Right now they're too slow for me because since we're empty. But looking at the website too, the road didn't show snow like this. Well, I mean, it showed it like this. It didn't show any snow. I don't know what we got here. So I gotta get in this other lane. And the website said also that it was on the northbound side. That's that truck that was there earlier. The winds don't look as bad as they were. Still windy though. I'm going to interlock my axle here. Just keep this thing going. So if it does decide to blow, the traction will keep it coming to us. Keep it snapped in behind us. And this is pretty much the worst part, according to Google Maps. Once we get loaded, we'll be 38,000. I wouldn't have to worry about nothing, but like I said, I was going to stay over there in Pocatello, but after doing research, the winds are going to kick up. They're going to blow all weekend. So it's not going to change much of this. I talked to a truck driver. Go, you just come from the south? I talked to a couple other guys. Seeing if they came from the south, I wanted to know how bad the winds were up here still. If they were still blazing, was it a whiteout condition like it was earlier, you know? And a couple of guys I talked to came from Boise, so they didn't have an idea. And they were going to go 30 to Little America to get to Little America to get to 80, since they can't do it from by Salt Lake City. So they they are really cool. I talked with them and everything, and even though they couldn't give me the information I was hunting for, my CB's junk. Nobody talks on them anyway anymore, so I don't bother with that at the moment. But I asked the guy, I go, "You just come from the south?" A Pride truck. He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Just like recently or a couple hours ago?" Because I had talked to one guy, he goes, "Yeah, it was a couple hours ago. It was pretty nasty." And I go, "Yeah, it was. That's when I came through." So, you know, and you got to be careful when you ask truck drivers stuff because they over-exaggerate stuff. You know, so I asked this dude, I go, he goes, "Yeah, I was just up there." I go, "Oh, the winds." He goes, "Oh, 40 mile an hour." I'm like, "Still?" He goes, "Yep." I'm like, "It was like that earlier. But Google Maps is showing the roads to be better, i.e. traffic mode," which they are, obviously, as we can see, but you know, I told him, I go, I got an empty trailer is the reason I'm asking. And he was like, "Oh, I haul empties all the time." I go, "Dry vans?" "Yep," as he's hauling a reefer. And I was, okay. You know, I don't mind doing it in the wind. It's just with the snow, but I don't want other people around me. And as you can see, people keep coming around me. But I think it looks like we're pretty good. It's not as bad as it was this morning. Well, around noontime we came by. We've already passed the summit, and it was really bad in here. So I think we'll be all right. But I will leave it sit there. In case it does turn crap, I can just hit my remote trigger and fire it back up. See you in a bit. The little town of Malad. M-A-L-A-D. Well, I'm glad I decided to shoot it. I was like, man, it was like 240 miles to do the pyramid. I think it's 100 miles this way. And I was looking, did all the weather reports and all this stuff, did my studying, and the wind was supposed to kick up the next couple of days. So I'm like, oh, I could go sit over there, but man, if I do that, I still got to be able to get there, and that wind's going to go all the way till Sunday night. And I need to load Sunday mid-morning. So I got to go. And I'm like, you know what? Just if it's that bad, I can always throw chains on. But the wind said it was low and slow. Like 11 mile an hour winds, but according to the website, but it was still pretty strong winds, but obviously doable. So I think we're good to go. I think we've got decent highways all the way to Tremont and